Cory Hunter, and I'm back with another episode of A Filmmaker Speaks. Okay, so I know it's been a while since I dropped an episode, but I've been working on a bunch of projects. There's no excuse, and I'm not trying to make any excuses. Just let you know that we busy and we out here, alright? So be on the lookout. So let's get into it. What web series have I been watching? Like I said, right now we focusing on YouTube series. I'm trying to make it to 10 episodes. I'm trying to focus on young black filmmakers or just black filmmakers, period, who's dropping their stuff straight to the tube, trying to gain an audience, and I'm just trying to swing some love their way because, when you create something, it's a lot of work, man. Let's talk about filmmaking before I jump into this episode. Filmmakers are like warlords. They have to have the ability to assemble an army and then lead an army to victory. And victory is real simple. To be able to complete a project, to manage a lot of different people and personalities, to dish out that money, to have the vision, to guide that vision, to complete that vision. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of money, it's a lot of effort. And it's something that not everybody can do. So when somebody put in a lot of work into a project and they throw it straight to YouTube, maybe, it's worth us taking 5 minutes to watch. It might have took them a year, 2 years, a month, 5 months. Who knows? For every person is different, but I wanted to show some love to some black filmmakers, to some black web series that we probably don't know about, some that I probably don't know about. And so, yeah, right now we got 5 episodes out. This will be the 6th episode, and then we're going to keep it going. We're going to keep it trucking to 10. And then after that, I'm going to start talking about other filmmaking stuff. So, right now, I just now watched Black Enough. What is Black Enough about? Well, it says it in the title. Before I really get into this web series, let me just talk about my search, my struggle in trying to find these web series. It's hard. I've seen the few. I've seen a bunch of them. But as my mother say, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So with that said, there's a lot of them that I just don't want to shed a spotlight on. I know some of the past episodes I spoke about, I probably didn't give the best review about, but it is what it is. Bottom line, I think it's worth watching. I don't think any of them is a waste of time. So if I saw a web series and I thought it was a waste of time, I wasn't going to waste time by ripping them. I want to actually shed spotlights on a web series that I think is that has value, that's worth something. So with that said, we're going to dive into Black Enough. Black Enough is about a black girl who grew up in Chicago in the suburbs around mostly white people. She then goes to school that has mostly white people. And it's about her trying to get in touch with what it means to be black. I hope that explanation wasn't misleading. I hope you got it. That pretty much means that it's a black girl who haven't had a lot of influences from the black community, and it's about her navigating those insecurities. I guess that's the best breakdown of it, and this show does an amazing job. Let's just get the list out the way. The acting is great, the production is great, the lighting is great, the quality is just great. This is just nicely made. It's a nicely crafted web series. I checked out their social media. Their social media is on point. Their Instagram is on point. Their Facebook is on point. It's also current. Dang, this is more current than my stuff. Swiping the streaming series. They're on point, man. They was clearly moving this project around. They're clearly moving this web series around. I did a quick Google search. A bunch of articles popped up. They out here, man. They moving their project. And that's what I mean about filmmakers moving their project. Because if you don't move your project, then it doesn't matter. Like I said, and I'm going to keep on saying this over and over. I don't care about really being repetitive. Because, maybe that'll get it drilled into your brain. But if you don't move the projects, man, then what's the point of creating them? Like, you gotta do more than just craft something. You gotta be able to push it. It doesn't matter if you have the best movie in the world. If you're not moving it, nobody's gonna see it. You're just gonna upload a video and you're gonna have 5 views. I'm telling you, that's how it works. That's why I'm going so hard with these searches. I'm trying to get the ones that people overlook. Perfect point. There's a bunch of web series that I've seen that I'm not gonna talk about because it's trash. It's just straight trash, and I'm not gonna name any titles. But with that said, we gotta give credit where credit is due. They are moving their project. That's what it is. They are moving their project. I look in the comments, and they clearly have people who like what they're doing, and that's what it's all about. It just means that I'm not part of their audience. So when somebody don't like your stuff, don't get discouraged, because that just means that's not the person you're looking for. And I know it can be tricky for a lot of creators because we get our feedback and our advice from the people around us. The people we look to guide us can sometimes misguide us because they lack the experience or they lack your vision. So that's also a thing. We got to find out the people we're marketing to and market to them. And then that's how our numbers get up. And then, that's how we give our project legs. So with that said, Black Enough is doing its own thing in terms of their social media. And in terms of production, it is also good. It get really poetic. The poetry is dope. All right, written and directed by Micah Ariel Watson. The poetry is dope. The visuals is dope. The main character is a dancer, so we get a lot of B-roll of her just dancing, but it's not lazy stuff. I was watching, like I said, I was watching a bunch of web series, and they was doing a lot of laziness in terms of showing a bunch of B-roll and just putting narration over it. You could pull it off, but yeah, man. Sometimes it just come across as lazy, but not here. And here, sure, there's a message being communicated in a very efficient way. It's filmmaking here. That's what I'm saying. This is not, the narration here isn't laziness. It's part of a story. It's telling a story. It's communicating an emotion and a feeling, and it's dope. Dives right into the whole genre of like black stories, the black community, the insecurities of being black, the struggle of being black. If you get tired of hearing those stories, then probably this isn't for you, because it's gonna go right down that genre. Yeah, man, let me address that. There's a lot of people who's talking trash about black stories. And when I say that, I mean, I talk to people around me, and, they tired of seeing it, man. They tired of seeing these slave stories. They tired of seeing black struggle. Even recently, there's 2 films out, American Skin and Judas and the Black Messiah. Black stories, man, and we heard it before, we seen it before. It just make people upset. It's like, look, man, I'm tired of watching black stories where we're struggling, where there's pain and destruction and sadness. We're tired of that. We don't want to see Roots no more. We don't want to see 12 Years a Slave no more. We don't want to watch Malcolm X no more. We don't want to watch none of this anymore, because we just tired of seeing stories where black people lose, where there's a lot of pain and anger. That's one story that's being communicated to me. And to that, I say, y'all bugging. You're clearly bugging, man. Yeah, we need these stories, man. We need as much of it as possible. It's a conversation that just can't die down. And these are stories that's valuable. Stories that we need to grow up knowing. Like, your kids should know who these figures are, because it's educational. It's also very real. This is a message. This is knowledge. This is information we want our youth to know. This is stuff that we want to put out into the community, into the universe, so that it's not forgotten. Clearly, this information is available to me. I'm aware of the black struggle, and it's always around me in social media, on YouTube. It's all around me all the time. And it is what it is. But what happens is YouTube, Google, Instagram, Facebook is all algorithms. So people who aren't like me probably aren't aware of the black struggle. That's why we got to keep bumping it out, because to them, it's like some of this stuff is just fictional. It's like, oh yeah, man, we hearing a story, but some of that ain't true. It ain't that bad. It happened that long ago, and that's why we gotta keep on bumping out these stories. We gotta keep on bumping out these stories so that we won't have to deal with that conversation. Yeah, man, I don't want to get too much into detail. I would say just watch it. The first episode was strong. All the episodes that I seen was strong. I didn't watch it past the third episode, but I did like the shift because we focused on a black girl, but then in the third episode we focused on a black dude and his blackness. So yeah, man, it's all dope. We should watch it. Black enough. I think black people will sympathize, get it, get the point. Like I said, the poetry is dope. The visuals are dope. It's dope. We out here. I'm Cory Hunter. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Swipe in a streaming series. Check it out. We got 20 episodes out. Leave the comments. Talk to me. Let me know what's going on. And yeah, man, until next time.